You had a situation at one point where you got stabbed.
The way you dropped that, yeah, I did.
5 times?
6.
6 times?
Yeah.
Where?
Excuse the belly, I mean, one there. One on my back there. You see it?
Okay.
One there, one under there, a few.
Oh, so you got stabbed all over your body.
Yeah.
So what was the situation that this happened?
It was a bullshit situation, really, and it's hard to sit here and go into it properly without saying names,
okay,
and without it getting a bit dark, because it was a real dark situation overall. But for the record, it escalated, and it shouldn't have. But it didn't escalate because of anything I did. It was actually because of what someone. As far as knives getting involved, that weren't because of me. Someone else pulled out a knife, didn't use it. Then later on, that's when people came back with knives. But that wasn't me.
And in the UK, knives are more prominent than...
This didn't happen in the UK. This happened in Cyprus.
Cyprus, the country.
Yeah, in Ayia Napa, which at the time it'll be our like spring break spot.
Right. Okay.
But obviously the wildest, all the lunatics are going there for the summer. Like.
Okay.
So it's one of them places where a lot of on-site stuff happened. Like whoever's got beef from back home bump into each other and it kicks off. So
I mean, I'm not going to ask you, any names, but it was all UK people that were involved.
Yeah.
Okay, it wasn't a bunch of
There was a couple situations. Like I had a situation with the police out there, which is why I don't like it and why I don't like the country, where I was laying in hospital and they wanted names. They arrested a couple people who they thought it was, but it wasn't them. And they didn't like that I wouldn't cooperate. So
why didn't you cooperate?
Because we don't do that, man.
Okay.
Like you
don't talk to the police.
Nah, you just handle it or you just keep it moving. It is what it is, isn't it?
Okay.
But they weren't happy about that. So then they started reeling off names. I feel like they knew who did it, but then they're not getting answers. So then I'm the villain now. I'm laying in bed, tubed up.
Because you're not cooperating.
Yeah, and all I could see outside of my window is the desert. But I'm laying in a hospital bed and they're starting to threaten me. Like, it's getting mad. Like, if you do not tell us, we will fuck you. You people, you come to our island, you mess everything up. And I think, I understand what's been going on there before, but this is my first time. Furthermore, this is my, like, whatever, I've been there a few days. This shit, I had to fight on the first day. On the first night getting there, I got stabbed on the second day. This is my second day outside of England. I've never been out of England. The only time I come to England, funnily enough, was to LA to shoot the Fix Up Look Sharp video, which I shot out in the Valley with Ruben Fleischer. Other than that, I'd never left England. So I just came out of England and just stepped into a madness.
So you got into a fight the first day?
Yeah, there was
Was it the same?
Yeah, it's the same. It's the same. Yeah, it was going back and forth. It was going back and forth arguing from England. Like, it's one of them, like, it was with those days, and those are the days where I'll kick off real quick as well. So it would have, if it didn't happen because of the reason it happened, it would happen because of something else. Okay. It was just waiting to brew in it. There people saw me, they wanted a problem in it. So
okay, so you got stabbed 6 times,
right,
all over your body, essentially. Because I assume someone just hit you 5 times quick in the stomach or something, but you're talking about the stomach, the back, the leg.
Yeah.
Both legs?
Nah, one. This is the one that nearly killed me. That one obviously was right near the heart, but this one is near the artery. Yeah. So it nearly cut the artery. I didn't know nothing about that. The crazy thing is that when it happens, it's the adrenaline of fighting. So you're there, you're fighting, you're rocking, so put the knife down, all that stuff. And then it was weird. It's almost, I've never explained it, but it's almost like a Matrix situation. It's like everything just kind of stops. It's mad, but it's still going fast at the same time. It's weird. So then all stopped. And then everyone's kind of just walking around shouting at each other. I remember I had a basketball top. I had the limited edition bullets. Remember the limited edition throwback bullets top? Yeah. Covered in claret. Just covered in claret. And I was walking around and I see someone I knew who was a friend of mine, but was with the other guys. Yeah. and kind of just standing there, couldn't do nothing. And I was just like, what? Just, you see, adrenaline and gas. And then I remember a friend of mine, he was just going crazy. Everyone was just shouting at each other. And I remember going over to my bike, getting on my bike, then getting taken off my bike, like, where you going? Then someone took me on their bike. He knows he is, love. Right. And then took me to the hospital. And then I remember sitting in the hospital with a couple of guys who were with the other side. That's why
so you're
it's
with
such a mix-up.
You're with your enemies essentially bleeding on a hospital bed.
There wasn't my enemies though. They're people that I kind of knew a little bit before, but they were with the other side because they just had whatever business and they were with each other. It's such a mix-up, yeah? This is the most I've ever spoken about it for the record as well. It's such a mixed up, crazy, mad, stupid situation, yeah? It's just a headache. It's been a massive headache for years because I can't just reel off the whole truth. And it's the longer you leave stuff, the more bullshit people believe in it. So anyway, I'm in the hospital with them and I'm sitting there like this. They're two are sitting there, I'm sitting here like this. On a mad one. I remember the doctor coming over and saying, like, he's got the clipboard, the nurse, because we were sat down and that. They put me like I was a doctor's patient. So then he's coming, he's like, what's going on? And he's looking at me, then he's clocked what's happened. He goes, oh my God, somebody tried to kill you. What happened? Somebody tried to kill you, swear to God. And then that's when the emergency started. That's when it all started going crazy. And then he went away. Then just like all these different people have come on like that, and then they've got the stretcher. Then they've put me on the stretcher, and then I remember going to sleep.
Oh.
Then waking up.
Did they have to operate at all?
Yeah, because I had internal bleeding.
Oh.
So I remember one night, one of the rougher nights in the beginning, I remember just coughing a lot, and I thought it was phlegm. And it went until I woke up in the morning, I had a spit cup, it was just full of blood. So you see like the Kung Fu movies when they put out like, and they spit it up, like that shit's real. Yeah. So I had internal bleeding, so that's the first time I realized,
what artery did they actually cut?
No, the artery, that was on the leg.
Okay.
But it didn't get the artery.
But what
Here, it was
organ?
What organ? No, I got lucky. Like I said, nothing didn't. God was with me. Like I said, I had people fighting for me. Like it just wasn't my time, innit? I was fighting too. I wasn't just like, okay, go and stab me. Like, no, it was like, no, you can't do that.
Okay.
Like, we're rocking.
So you got stabbed 6 times. Yeah. They had to operate on you.
Yeah.
And then they had to basically just fix something internally so you wouldn't.
No, they stitched me up quite bad, actually, thinking about it. And then you know what was another mad situation? My manager came over and obviously had to come and find me because I'd been discharged. I had to discharge myself because I didn't like the hospital situation. Because the way that place works, it just feels like it's a real small kind of island and everyone kind of know each other. So you had different police coming in and out, and different people on the door, and I couldn't work out who these people were, and they were in the way they're interacting with each other. And like I said, I didn't feel like the victim at that point. I was just a little black bastard who weren't cooperating. And now the national, whether the British ambassadors got involved, it's on the news. Like I said, I didn't understand about how popular I was at home at that time.
Your album had just dropped, right?
No, it hadn't. I was actually supposed to be in England to do my album launch, but someone persuaded me to come to Iron Apple. And because I'd always heard about it, I'd never been. At that time, that was like the Mecca. It's like, fuck it, I should go.
Yeah.
I thought I was all right because I was still on the morphine. So I was riding around on my bike, going to clubs. I think I even saw some of the people I got into it with. I walked into the same club. It was all a bit weird. I was just kind of standing my ground. Everyone was about, like, it was all just a bit weird. People thought I was dead already, a bit mad. And then, then my manager finally caught up with me. I remember him vividly saying, like, you're gonna feel it when the drugs wear off. I didn't know what he was talking about. I didn't even realize I was on drugs.
Right.
So when we went out to the edge of the island to get fixed up, whatever, to just rest up, because like I said, I got ill. I got ill because people don't sterilize knives before they stab you.
Sure.
That type of shit and whatever. And then I weren't eating, just started getting really sick, got really skinny, got ill, got weak. Then I had to go to a doctor's on the edge of the, like I said, it was on the edge of Iron Apple in the city somewhere, staying in a hotel. And then I went to the hotel, I went to the doctors. We got in there, yeah. And I was explaining what happened, what it was and all that. And they said, the DJ? And we're like, what? They said, you the DJ? I said, no, it's not a DJ. Like, but okay, but I knew what they were talking about. He said, go over there. Like, and I swear to God, like you couldn't make this shit up. It's like the whole doctors was vexed with me. Because like, it's like I brought shame on the island. Like, you lot, trouble. That's how it was. Like, made us wait. And then when they finally stitched me up and that, it's just the whole attitude. Even when they was taking my stitches out, I took them out too late. That's why I got the scars there like that. It was just fucked. I just realised, wow, you know what, fuck all this. Like, this is long. And then eventually, after like another week or something, 2 weeks, I was well enough to go back home. And then, what did I do? First thing I went to Roman Road Market at the time, because I'm from Bow, like I said, that's another part of Bow. And I was out there, and then it's like, everyone knew that I was back. And then, it's mad, I remember, I don't know, it was just weird. This day I went shop and I bought all the youngers drinks. Alizé, I bought them all Alizé. I don't know what was going through my mind, innit? I don't know, it was just all a bit mad. And then I remember going on recording. I went to the studio. That's what I wanted to do. I recorded this song called Respect Me. And I remember still being, like I said, still being a bit sore and all that, but I just wanted to that's when I decided, you know what, all I want to do is music, fuck this. I saw how certain things went on around you know, on the island with people that I thought I knew, and just how it all went down. And I was like, nah, you know what, I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna just make music, that is it, and just mind my own business and just keep it popping. Man.
I feel like when you look at musicians that get into these violent situations and come back, like, you know, it gets romanticized. You know, it happened with Bob Marley when he got shot. It happened with Tupac. You know, I mean, 50 Cent, that was almost his platform. You know, I got shot 9 times.
But that's what happened with me. Because it happened so close to the 50 Cent thing.
Yeah.
They tried to...
compare it?
Yeah, but I knew I was a different type of artist. I knew I was more left. And I wasn't trying to be a gangster. I was never into being a gangster. I was a bit of a rude boy and I was up for a fight, you know what I mean? I'll get into some situations. I'll hold my own if I have to, innit? Yeah. But I didn't care about like that stuff really. I didn't want to be in the club popping champs and I never cared about none of that. So I knew that weren't my lane. So I just kind of shied away from that. You know what I mean?
So you never try to glorify it and use it as a marketing?
Nah, do you know the sick thing about it is the timing of when it happened and the results of getting stabbed and what it did for my album sales, people thought it was a real publicity stunt. Like real, that's how cold some people are.
Wow, people thought you got stabbed on purpose.
Yeah, like, yeah, so fuck it, yeah, but I know, let's go Iron Apple and just get shanked. Like, for nothing. And then...
people love conspiracy theories.
People are cunts, that's why. They're shit cunts. That's what I think.
People love conspiracy theories.
Dirty bastards, yeah.
Did you ever run into the guys who actually stabbed you?
Nah.
Never saw them ever again.
We come, like I said, between us, it's such a messy, and that's how shit usually is. Everyone knows each other. Like I said, I've got people on that side. I've got people. We're all. It's not far away. You know what I mean? We all know each other to an extent. So, but it's just crazy. Like I said, the truth. Like I said, I can't sit here and just ring off names and speak exactly what happened. But even at home, the rumors I was hearing about who did it was crazy. And it was even coming from police as well. I've seen things written about it, but it's just one of them things you have to just, man, maybe when I die, innit? God forbid, you know.
So ultimately, you never ran into the guys. No one got arrested. No one got charged.
No.
So everyone just sort of walked away and just left it.
Yeah, I made a vow to fucking, just, I don't know, get on with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't feel a certain level of revenge? You know, like...
No, because obviously when I got back, there's people that would just drive up from whatever. So I had friends in other areas, people I knew they just drove up, was looking for me to come on, we're going. Like, we're gonna, you know what I mean, on that one, to go and look for people and do stuff. But it's about common sense at the end of the day, innit? It's like, everyone knows what the fuck's going on. It's not something that anyone's gonna like everyone's waiting for something to happen, innit? Mm-hmm. And then, I don't know, like I don't think I wanted any favors anyway from no one. Like I'll just.
Oh, so people offer like, yo, I'll go take care of that for you.
No, we're going now to go and take care of it.
Oh, like let's go.
Yeah, there's plenty of that. Like, and like I said, because of the people in between as well, it's something that shouldn't have happened. Like, if I'm on, it shouldn't have escalated that far. Like, I didn't do nothing to get, like I said, but I didn't actually do anything to warrant that. And the thing people think it happened for wasn't really that either. It's like I said, it's something that someone else did and it just escalated. But like I said, it's one of those things where it didn't make no sense. And then now I'm glad because of who I've become now.
You know, you were also at the point where you were increasingly had a lot more to lose than everybody else because you were becoming bigger. There was more money coming in.
That's what I'm saying. I didn't realize how big I was. Yeah. And again, it was such a big thing because of some of the other names involved that I underestimated what they meant to the police or to, you know what I mean? It was just a real messy situation that looked a lot bigger than it was. Like I said, romanticized. Because when it happens so quick. The way I just told you the story sounds crazy, innit? But it all just happened so quick. It's just another rumble. It's just a rumble that involved knives. It wasn't the first situation that I'd been in like that. It's just the first one where I got stabbed. And I was quite, I said public at the time. So it's just one of them things like, it's like, you just had to just take that one and just be like, all right then, let me just make music.
Sure. It's been working out ever since.
It's been working out. It's worked out all right. It's like I said, the worst part is just listening to the rumors and the reasons and all the other bollocks that's come from the side of it. And that eventually becomes like written in stone. And you kind of have to accept that. That's the hardest part, and just not be distracted. And they're not like the only people that I had problems with over the years either. People come out of the woodwork left, right and centre. It's a constant thing of having to try and stay focused and just not retaliate and act up and do dumb shit. Every now and then you slip up, but it's just the way it is. It's not just me, but I was always like a target because I always kind of stood out. I've done pretty well from the beginning.
Yeah, well, and also now more than any other time I think in history, you could become instantly popular by fucking with someone who actually is popular.
Right.
You know, whatever that means, whether it's music, film, or just internet popularity. You know, you go and, you know, throw a bunch of water on Dizzee Rascal in the middle of the street and there's a video of it, suddenly you're the guy, you know, suddenly
So I was dealing with that before camera phones.
Yeah.
So I could be somewhere and it's just on. I don't know why it's on. I don't know these dudes, but it's just on right now. Like that's been my life. And then I'm on TV too. Yeah. And then so, okay, I'm trying to do as much as I can, but I don't make sense to get arrested right now because I've got more explaining to do. But guys are definitely trying me and I can't let them. So it's been years of that too.
That's where the security comes in.
So you know what, with some of that, sometimes it's cool, but sometimes depending on where you are, sometimes when I think about it, I'm in places and situations where I probably just shouldn't have been there. But some people don't respect security. Some of the people that I'm talking about, some people you're dealing with, they don't respect that.
Yeah?
Nah, they don't care about security. That's even more and reason to try a thing. Like, yeah.
Interesting.
They just want to see who you are. Like, are you about it? You really think you're rough? And so you have to act up sometimes. It's happened a bag of times where I've had to act up. Me.
Yeah.
Like, and then it's been all right. Like, eventually, like, all right, we had a skirmish and stuff, like, whatever, but...
Well, I mean, I think
you got to know. I need to know sometimes a man that I can go like handle my and go about the way.
I guess it's a little different over here because usually when someone has security with them, everyone assumes the security got a gun on them, and people don't really want that. You see what I'm saying?
No, like, a lot of it though over here is because fucking guys are walking around with, well, traditionally with fucking whatever 20 grand plus chains and jewelry on them. So that's a good reason to get moved to anyway. I know guys that don't move around with security all the time that are rappers. It just depends, innit? But people will just try you, I mean, just just because it's something to do, or because I'm from there and they're from there. And traditionally they feel like they're supposed to try me. Like,
Right.
what are you doing around here? Type shit.
Yeah.
Or we're at a club and it's just a reason to just try it. And like sometimes, like I said, security is good. Security, it's always good to have security. Sometimes security is more useful for just like having a witness or another set of eyes, or to stop you getting sued so you don't smack someone.
Right.
And security just tells them to just chill in it.
Yeah. So out there, security can actually have a gun on them.
Out here they can.
No, but in the UK they
Alright, but
can't.
the truth is, like, there's a certain point where you could have had security with guns around me as well. It wouldn't have been legal, but they would have been there.
Yeah.
But again, that comes with its own set of
Well, right, because
problems
now,
too.
now
innit?
you're responsible for that gun to a certain extent.
Guns.
Guns.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
there's that in it. But then at a point, I just learned to be like, you know what, yeah? I really care about being like an artist. So I made a point of just push all the nonsense there. Like, I want to be taken real serious as a pioneer. So I just turn up anywhere I need to be with with minimal people with me for a start. I just did that for so long, did that for years, cut myself off from the whole, whatever the scene I was from and everything. And then I think I just started to get a reputation as like easy to work with. And actually, he's all right.
Yeah.
And that becomes the grow, and then that becomes the norm. And then all the nonsense is just behind you anyway, you're above that. Like, if I walk down the street now in London, a set of youths that I might have seen 10 years ago when we were both the same age, it might have been a problem. But now they're just looking at you different. Like, right, you know, you've done it, like, respect, because they've grown up a bit, you know what I mean? But I wish you'd stop.
I like Meek Mill, man. Like I'm not gonna.
I wish he'd stop. Listen, I liked Meek Mill, but all of this shit is making you look bad, homie.
Saying he used to want to be signed to Rockefeller, but then he turned into Jay.
Oh yeah.
I understand what he's saying, but you got to understand how that could be took.
Yeah, you're taking a shot at Jay-Z.
I mean, you could be taking a light
You're
shot at Jay.
you're taking a shot at Jay-Z.
And hip hop be like, nah, bro, you ain't Jay.
Yeah.
You're Drake, which is fine.